Hi, I am Dikshita. Thank you, Utsav, for explaining us what is Spark is. So now I am going to explain simple Spark applications. Spark is used in many real-time applications, like in marketing and sales. It is used to get real-time recommendations while customers are still on the site, and also it is used in customer service and billing in remote troubleshooting before expensive field technicians are dispatched, and also it is used in game industry for processing and discovering patterns, and in finance or security industry it is used for detecting fraud or intrusion detection system or risk based authentication. Next slide please. And it is used in manufacturing department for real-time adaptive analysis of machine data, and for visibility into asset health, proactive maintenance planning, and optimized operations. In information technology, it is used for log processing to detect unusual events occurring in streams of data, empowering IT to take remedial action before surface quality degrades, and risk management for anomaly detection and root cause forensics, which sometimes makes it possible to stop fraud while it happens. So thank you. Next will be continued by Ravina. Are there any questions?
Yes, Dikshita, I have a question. What is executor memory in Spark application?
Yeah, every Spark application has some fixed heap size and fixed number of
Mhm.
cores for a Spark executor. So the heap size is what referred to as Spark executor memory. Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Next will be continued by Ravina. Thank you.
Hey, thanks Dikshita for explaining the Spark applications. This is Ravina. I'll be talking about the Python examples. Um, Spark applications can be written in Python examples as shown in this slide. Um, here, we have taken a single example where we are calculating a word count in a file. Uh, we are doing that with the Spark context instantiation, reading the input from the .text file, and we are using a flat map uh, with the lambda expression to split the data and map it and reduce by key to get the result. Lastly, the dot collect function helps us to get the count of all the words in the file. The second example that we can look at is sort numbers. So here what we are doing is we are taking an input and then using the map function and sort by key function with lambda expression to sort the numbers. Lastly, as you have seen in the previous example, we have used the dot collect function here itself to get the output. Python programs are usually used by developers to do some programming. So Python is, a well-known language for developers, and writing Spark applications in Python is actually pretty easy. So writing applications in Python is actually a good idea. So are there any more questions?
None from my side.
Does Okay, does anyone have any question?
Hi
I think
Ravina,
it's okay.
can you hear me?
Carry on. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
Dikshita,
we
we
can.
can hear you.
Can we execute Python programs independently as a standalone file?
Yes, Dikshita, we can. As you see in the slide, there are the import statements and the main function, which denotes that we can execute it as a standalone file with PySpark.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah. So the next slide will be explained by Bhavna. Bhavna, on to you.
Yeah, thank you, Ravina. Actually, there is this another way of for for implementing Spark applications, which is using Scala programming. It's actually a general purpose programming language which provides support for both object oriented programming and functional programming. And actually, Scala source code is intended to be compiled to Java bytecode so that the resulting executable code runs on JVM. So that's how Scala generally works. And here are a few examples I've given using Scala. I prefer to choose map and sets for this as examples. Which first example is using map. There are actually two ways to use that we can create a map, which is using comma separate like using commas, like separating the contents in the map using comma, and then other is by using rockets. So here is the thing. I just initialized two maps using each one showing the each type of map. This is the first one with comma separated, and here are the commas that has been used. And this is the second map which I'm using rockets. And I'm just printing these two maps, and I've also given an empty map. It just gives returns an empty map. So this is the output which prints the map that's given. um, and this is the second example where I used hash set. So this here I've initialized a hash set using var hash set, and here I'm using for each to iterate through elements. And and yes, these are the two simple examples of using Scala programming. And yes, any questions?
Yeah, I wanted to know, why do we need app in Scala?
Actually, app is a helper class that holds the main method and its member together. It is also used to quickly turn objects into executable programs. So that's why we use it generally.
Got
Is
it.
that good?
Thank you.
Welcome. And this is the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.